Right, okay then. So we're in session 45. Sorry for the late start. But yeah, you have just escaped La Grieta, which is the name of the rift base that you found yourselves held captive in. You have wandered through the tunnels out into kind of forested, mountainous clearing. And upon kind of regaining some memories of the 3 days that you lost, you remembered that you'd agreed to meet Ilfa and Omara, where you had stopped for lunch 90 minutes ago. They said that at about 8 o'clock, that's when they would leave and come try and find you, but you weren't able to get out of La Grieta and back to the clearing until 9:30. So over to you. What are you doing? There's kind of the obvious signs of your campfire, like you found the area, but there's no signs of either of your friends.
Oh, excellent. Quiet time. Bedtime. Right, should we pitch the tents? Tentis.
We're in full denial. It's fine. We're not going fucking back in that place. Well,
Does anyone have a message to or sending or something? Or
do you think I
do we
have
have
level
to
3
go?
spells? No, I don't.
I don't know what level everything is.
Sending is level 3. We're on level 2s, mate. Max.
I'm barely a spellcaster.
It's fine. You're grown.
Okay.
I can send Fenrir in there.
How far away can you send Fenrir in from?
Let me consult.
And they don't know Fenrir. They just think there's a wolf loose.
Yeah, would they be able
Be
to
like, oh, on
speak to
top of
Fenrir?
everything, there's a wolf.
There's a massive black wolf to add to this problem.
Basically. He can only tell. I can telepathically communicate with him up to 100 feet, and then he either dies and I bring him back and I talk to him then, or we find it here. This is a dumb idea. This doesn't work. What we need is sending. We're not high enough level for that.
DM.
Oh.
The locket that I have.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to sketch Yilfa on a little piece of paper and stick it in the locket,
Mm-hmm.
do you think that would work?
What are the locket's properties again?
I don't know. Keep talking. I'll find the extract.
Well,
Wrath, can you not Can you not apply and get an aerial view to see the immediate area?
I can do that now. He goes and does that now.
Oh,
It's nighttime.
Roll me an investigation check. I suppose actually, yeah, just advantage because it's dark.
Fuck.
Oh no.
I have a decent one in this. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
don't you have that avatar thing?
I have the thing. It gives me a 360 view. I don't have it prepared anymore. I switched it out. So never mind.
The locket allows me to mentally send 7 words per day to the person whose picture is in the locket. They can respond back immediately with 7 words, which I didn't realise. It's not a one-way locket, it's a two-way locket.
Yeah, I'd say it would be very difficult, but you'd have to try and sketch Ilfa like to the point where it's like it genuinely is her. But you could give it a go. There's no reason why that wouldn't work. It would take a while though. It'd probably take you about at least an hour. That was if you succeed.
I shall not try.
I'm sure you'll be glad to know that on disadvantage, I rolled a nat 1.
Oh shit.
Excellent.
Good stuff.
I told you the dice was reliable. I told you.
Yeah, you fly up above the tree line, kind of trying to look to see any sign of anyone, and you just cannot make anything out. You can't even see La Grieta at this point. You could not place yourself on a map if you tried.
We could
let
be in
alone find-
Pensueno for all Raph knows right now. Right, I'll fly
They're
back
like,
if I can get there. Jesus.
I think you probably just flew straight up.
Yeah.
they're like tracks on the ground or anything that we can look for. Can I
Roll
check for tracks?
Of course you can. Yeah, roll a survival check for me, please.
13.
Nice. So yeah, you find the sort of clear signs that I mentioned before about the campfire being here, a group of people yourselves walking around, heading off in a certain direction, and then you can kind of tell that some people sort of lingered. Some tracks are much fresher. Evidence of sort of someone walking in the same space over and over again, whether like pacing or just making sort of a return trip from somewhere. But you notice that they head off in sort of a little bit of a different direction to the one that you took to get to the overlook looking over La Grieta, but similar enough way, like sort of the difference between like east and northeast, or northeast east. And there's 2 tracks that way heading off.
There's only one thing for it.
We go to bed. The tent is set up,
Yeah, I'm fancying a nap right now.
and I'm rather weary.
You guys have a nice nap. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
Ugh.
chase
find
our
out.
friends down.
Fine. We're going, I guess.
We're really going, brother? We're really going.
I mean, they're going. What do you propose we do?
Tent is.
It's fine. We'll be back before you know it, I'm sure.
No. That was me putting it away.
Yeah, I know, I'm trying to comfort you.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure, because everything always goes according to plan with this lot.
Awesome.
Like you should bear some responsibility
Yeah,
for
I
it.
was
But
gonna be
it's
like,
fine.
we're definitely part of the reason for that.
I mean,
Certain members of the group escalate situations more than others.
I cannot imagine what you may be referring to.
But yes, so you follow those tracks. Alanis leading the way. And after some time, you come to kind of a slightly different. Takes you maybe 20 minutes to get there, but you get to sort of a slightly different overlook over La Grieta. Not the one that you were using. This one is more sort of positioned towards the back of the building. You're more at the front. And you look around and kind of, I imagine, trying to, I don't know, get signs of life from Ilfa and Dumara. You do not immediately see anyone, but this seems to be like a logical conclusion of like their destination.
Look at us being hikers.
It's quite bad luck for us to stumble upon a secret base twice, isn't it?
Mm.
Why didn't we
Is
go
that-
in the back the first time? Why did we go in the front?
Well, we didn't know the back existed. That trapdoor we didn't know was a thing.
We walked out the trapdoor. Also,
This
Raph
thing
was.
is this overlook is around the back. Why don't we come here? Why don't we go to the other one? Just
I
maybe next time
truly
we-
cannot say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we all seem to agree the plan of flying in. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, Wrath was completely convinced he could do it stealthily.
I mean, I literally warned you guys. It's okay. Raph was not confident on his ability to do.
It's fine. We've befuddled it first time. I'm sure second execution will be flawless. We've had practice at this now.
Mm-hmm.
Looking down at the base, can
Mm.
I perceive any movement or signs of activity or disturbances since we were last here?
Yeah, roll a perception check. And yeah, as you look down, and to be fair to you about Allance's, why did we not go around the back last time? The back of the base is flush with a cliff, so I suppose you're looking down onto the roof. But to be fair, you could have hopped and hopped. But yeah, it's sort of this 80-foot drop down. But yes, of course,
Yeah, that's fairly sizable. That makes more sense.
We'll become like professional abseilers. 11. You look down and I mean it's dark. And you do struggle to make out anything. Every now and then you imagine you see the shape of some people walking around it, but you genuinely aren't sure if that's a trick of the light and your memory sort of replaying the movements you know the guards to take, or if there is actually genuinely somebody there. Where would you all say that you're like positioned? So you're sort of, let's just imagine that you're at like a cliff's edge that looks down, kind of not a steep drop, but sort of like, I don't know, a steep drop would be that, and it's maybe like that. Like you couldn't walk down it, it would be difficult. And then going down, yeah, 80 foot to the roof of La Grieta, and then there's a tree line maybe 20 foot back. Where is sort of everyone grouped and standing?
I
Wraith's
might regret
probably.
this, but I would probably be on the edge.
Yeah, Wraith's, I think, on the floor near the edge to like sort of duck under the edge of the cliffside.
Yeah, I think I'm probably just standing with the two of them.
Yeah, maybe a step back, maybe kind of just tucked behind Alanis. Well, like warily, like with a hand, because she's so close to the edge.
Yeah.
Wrath is like 5 feet back so he doesn't fuck it up.
Oh, bless you.
Oh,
In that case, then, as you're all kind of peering over the edge, some of you looking to see what's down there, some of you keeping an eye on your friends. Wrath, you feel a hand grab your wrist, and you spin around, and you see, covered completely in mud and dirt, as if to try and camouflage her, is Ilfa. Tinfoil baseball cap included. Her face just, I'm picturing honestly like Peter in the Hunger Games a little bit, but less well executed. Grabs your wrist, and hisses at you. Is like, what are you doing so close to the edge?
Oh my god!
Look at the
Hey,
back.
girl, you look
Be quiet.
amazing.
Oh my gosh, be quiet! They're going to
Brother,
hear you.
we are trying to keep a low profile here.
Look who's here.
Back into the trees. Come with me back into the trees.
Come
And
on,
she
guys,
hurries
let's
you all
go.
back. It's like, I
We
found
follow
you.
into the trees.
Is Amara with her?
No, you don't seem to be able to see Amara, just Ilfa. But yeah, she drags you back into the trees, and says, "You guys got out."
Yeah, we escaped. Sorry that we didn't do it quickly enough.
Well, we were waiting. We gave you a little bit more time than you said you will be back, but we got nervous and well, I was standing here as watch, and Omara headed down to go in, to try and find you. She changed into a beast of some sort and tried to sneak in.
How long ago was that?
Maybe an hour.
Dear. Did you have a plan for if she couldn't find out? What was she gonna do?
I did not ask her. She kind of told me to come back and be lookout, and then she sort of transformed and ran away.
What animal was she?
She turned into like a squirrel.
Okay.
Right, I find familiar a squirrel. They go
Oh.
in. They squirrel talk to the squirrel. They both leave. I'm just saying, it's an option.
You're turning Fenris into a squirrel.
He's been turning
I
a lot of
I
things
actually
this month.
don't hate it.
I think it might
I
be
think
one of
it's
our
a good
best
idea.
plans. Yeah.
Sister, you just don't want to admit it. It's okay.
I hate that this is one of our best plans yet. I'm loath to admit this.
It's better than us going in.
If it
Yeah.
fails, we go in.
I think
I mean, if he starts chasing his own tail, it's on you.
Fenrir's a smart boy, right? I'll tell him to go find the other squirrel. Or, well, I'll describe. Has Fenrir? No, he hasn't seen her. Oh, goodness me. Okay, I'll also describe her to Fenrir. But, oh, shit. If she's turned. They're a druid, right?
Mm.
Ah, shit, okay. So it's only if she still is a squirrel that he'll be able to talk to her in squirrel talk, I assume.
Likely
If
the
they're both
case.
squirrels, I would assume that they could talk to each other.
True. That's true.
But if
yes.
she's changed out of it, then it's fucked. But maybe she could sense it's us because it's squirrel. And I'll just tell him to like tug her out of there.
could we attach a little note to the squirrel?
Let's do okay. I'll start ritual casting Find Familiar.
Mm,
So at
nice,
least
nice,
Fenrir is there as a squirrel.
amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, go for it, please do.
Okay, I got the ritual
Summon the
cast.
squirrel.
Right. Fenrir, my boy! Look at you! I hold him up. He's so cute! It's like a black squirrel with like red eyes. It's kind of evil, but it's fine. Pose, Fenrir, pose!
Fenrir does not.
No.
Fenrir's like, I actually can't believe you did this to me.
I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry. I like,
He looks about as impressed as I am.
yeah.
I don't actually want to fucking talk about it.
He's so cute.
I'll make it up to you, man. I'll make it up to you. Whatever you want, I'll give it to you.
Can you kill
Oh, they're
that one that
definitely
called me
gonna eat
cute?
him.
I'm not sure I can do that. Like, that's gonna be a lot of collateral. I can ask
Stop
that.
making promises you can't keep.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, man. Don't say that to me. Well, you're one of my closest friends. Don't say that to me.
Well, you've made it much easier for Alanis to eat him at this point.
I hold him
Squirrel
away.
goes,
Where did this
squirrel
come
goes
from?
rigid.
I hold him. I shield him. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. She's teasing you. Right. Okay. I run him through the plan. I'm like, so one of our friends, Druid, I assume wild shaped into a squirrel, right? It's in the base. I'll kind of vaguely describe the base to him. We need to get to her. And then get out. She could, one, still be a squirrel, in which case, hopefully you can talk to her and just say, all your friends outside, leave. But if she's wild-shaped back and is, well, humanoid, we're going to attach a little note. This is just going to demean him further to have a note attached to him. And we need you to kind of, like, show her the note, and then, like, kind of, if she still doesn't understand the note, or the note gets lost, tug her back out. Yeah, I know, this is a lot to take, mate. I'm really sorry about this.
It's fine, you know, like, is whatever.
I'll describe what she looks like, too. Because otherwise he'll end up tugging the wrong person now.
Nice. He's like, right, cool. What do squirrels look like?
Ilfa, do you know what kind of squirrel she looked like? Wait, friend, do you not know what you look like right now?
Does anyone have a mirror? Why is he so
You know, I
upset
mean,
if he doesn't know what he looks like, though?
I'm sure Rad
Lucas
has a
for
mirror.
sure got a mirror in his bag. He can pull one
Yeah.
out.
We just put mirrors around Fenrir.
Nice.
Look at himself.
Fenrir is trapped in a prison all of a sudden of mirrors. And kind of does like a 360 like spin, shaking his little bushy
He's gonna be
tail.
horrified.
And yeah, just you've not seen a squirrel just look disgusted and self-conscious and ashamed before, but this squirrel does.
I'm so sorry.
And yeah, he kind of looks up to you with like these big sad squirrel bright red eyes, and is just like, I knew I was little, but
No!
I didn't know it was this.
You're the biggest to me. I'm so sorry. Okay, I promise you, we will go out and kill anything you want after this, okay? Don't
Can we
worry.
kill that one? And points at Toki with his tail.
Okay, none of you can hear this. You just
Oh,
hear
does he want to
their
be
tail
pet?
Fenrir tries to bite your hand.
Raft will just be like, lower the pointed arm, be like, don't worry about it. I'll make sure they never call you cute again. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry, man. I'll make it up to you.
That's fine. So, do you want me to go now? How long? Like,
Okay, guys.
And then
What do we want to do this now? I asked the rest of the party.
Yeah, let's write. What should we write on the note? I feel like we should have put our name. Do we put like Ilfa's friends? Come outside? Get out? Bit threatening.
Like we're outside.
All of these are ominous.
Does she recognise Ilfa's handwriting? Because then she should write it.
Ilfa, have you ever written something to Amara?
it was gonna be like Ilfa doesn't know how to write actually.
Oh no.
But it was like no, we only met, yesterday or 3 days ago.
Such rapport then. Fuck. Shit.
Maybe if we just say we're safe.
Mm.
Save yourself.
Mhm. Get out. Yeah.
We're safe. See you at camp, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Okay.
there we go.
Excellent. So yeah, you write we're safe, save yourself, see you at camp on the little note and tie it to Fenrir.
Yep.
Nice. Brilliant. So you tie it to him. He stands very obligingly. And I think you tie it around his little squirrely neck.
I get a piece of thread.
Yeah, cute. And he kind of shakes, and then like stands up on his back legs and does a little squirrel salute to you. And then runs off, scampers down towards the
I'm
base.
so proud of him. He grows up so fast.
What are you doing now? Fenrir's run off in his little squirrel form. Plan has been put into action. Where are you guys going? What are you doing?
How close do we have to
Like-
stay to Fenrir for him to stay in existence?
I'm reading spell now. Telepathic communication drops after 100 feet. I think he stays in existence. I just can't talk to him once he's past 100 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
And when he drops to 0, he ends. So I can just resummon him. 0 HP rather. It doesn't say that he drops if he's a certain distance away from me. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, anyone.
No.
But it might be helpful for him to talk to you.
Yeah. Well, I can try to be flush against the outside of the compound if that's within 100 feet of where he is inside.
It is sort of like 100-foot drop down from where you
Yeah,
are current. 80-foot drop down from where you are. You would have to go down past those fences that you crashed into before, and try and hide yourself, flush along the wall to be able to kind of have a chance of talking to him.
Okay, maybe it's not
Yeah.
that worth it then.
Yeah, Steph, sorry.
Because he's got the note.
I didn't realise I've been muted for ages.
Oh no!
It's alright, I've just been napping away to myself. I'm like,
you were doing this, and I was like,
fine.
she's figuring
It's
something
fine.
out. She's doing something.
I'm like, we can fly down and land on the roof.
That's what
Mm.
As long as there's nothing on the roof,
Like
guard it.
spotlights.
Yeah. What's the roof looking like, Lauren?
Run me an investigation check to kind of scope it out.
It's like I don't know what's on. It's like half on an 18, half on a 5.
It's cocked. Roll it.
Yeah.
That wasn't much better. 9 plus 9, I think, based on what we discussed. 18.
Nice. Yeah. So the roof looks pretty flat. There do look to be some structures on it, sort of. Imagine sort of like antennae sort of things, communication. And then there are some lights on there, but not on triggered to light up the roof, just to sort of light up the area around it.
Well, everyone that can fly, I could just be on top of the roof and fly there. Go up high, come down on top of the roof, and try to stay in a central kind of 100 feet radius of the compound. I don't know. Steph's gone. Oh no.
It's up to you if you want to. I mean, Wrath theoretically should be able to fly away.
Yeah.
I don't know that many of them can fly, like if you need to run away.
No, we didn't see anyone that would fly, but if they're wizards, they could cast that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'll do it. What's the harm? Steph
I would
isn't here
say-
to rationalise it. It's fine.
I would say, given the size of the base and just like the height of it,
Mm.
you would have to like constantly be pretty much above Fenrir to be able to talk to him. Like if you wandered sort of like, I don't know, 20, 30 foot away from where you were, you'd lose it. So it would be a bit of like a trying to pick up a radio frequency almost thing.
be
It wouldn't be a
very
guarantee that,
Yeah.
not very, but it would be hard. Like it, yeah, it would be like trying to pick up a radio frequency with not a lot to go on.
Maybe we just trust Fenrir then.
Yeah, I trust in my guy. He's done harder things than this before.
Do we want to hang about a bit to see if we see anything, or do we want to head back to camp because that's where we said the note said we'd?
I mean,
Meet
we're
her.
going to probably beat her back either way, but maybe let's wait until Fenrir comes out.
Like he either gets stuck in there, dies, in which case I'll sense that's happened.
Yeah, well,
and
you know.
then get
Okay.
to resummon and feedback what is the situation in there, or he comes back. But
One or the other.
yeah,
Or he's a squirrel in a cage.
Nice. Could everyone roll me a perception check,
no, I
please?
feel terrible about sending Fenrir in there.
He'll be okay.
He's a good little squirrel.
He'll hate what you said.
Nice, Tucky.
Go on, Toki.
Got them prey eyes.
Well done.
Yeah. So while you're all kind of talking, deciding, you kind of hang around in silence for a little bit, sort of waiting. Ilfa's reapplying her camouflage. And Toki and Alanis, you notice that there's a bird circling you above. Like it seems to be like a bird of prey, just doing circles kind of around the general area where you are.
No.
I know we've had this before, but it will be hilarious if Fenrir gets got
I
by
was
a
about to
fucking
say,
bird of
Raph,
prey.
if you tell Raph this, he is gonna fucking hyperventilate.
Can we see if the bird has any markings like the bird we saw before?
Yeah, it's quite high up, but try roll me a perception or investigation, I'll say, or nature.
Okay. What should we do? They are all the same, so that's an 18. Let's call it perception.
So you kind of squint, try and have a look, and it is difficult because it is dark. But I feel like your eyes sort of adjusting to the darkness and everything. You make out it seems to be first of all like some sort of falcon that's kind of circling. It's so high up that it's so difficult to try and make out any kinds of markings. But at one point it does swoop a little bit lower, and you can see that around its face it does have some druidic markings on its face.
Okay. Do we think it's friendly, guys? Should we wave at it? If it's another druid, they might know Amara and we can tell them what happened.
I mean, we can certainly try.
I'm sure it's seen us. It's
Oh,
like
that's
above
fun.
us, right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it
knows
knows we're
we're
here.
we may as well.
Could just
You
be
are
like,
sort of with them
hey.
a little bit because Ilfa dragged you into the tree line, so you're not sort of like out in the open. Toki and Alanis just
Okay.
rolling very high on perception kind of spotted it through the gaps in the trees. So it's conceivable that it might not know that you're there.
I think
We can
Raph would
signal
be
with the mirror.
peering over the edge to check what happens to Fenrir.
So have you wandered back away from the
Yeah.
the group?
He'd be like lying
Okay.
down.
Wraith follows.
Cool. People that spotted the bird, are you doing anything as they kind of walk out, or
I will come out and I will just like raise a hand in kind of like greeting. We're not a threat at the bird.
Nice. So as you do this, kind of raise a hand, and you see the falcon seems to like spot the movement of the twins as they leave the tree line and go over to the edge of the cliff. And it swoops down as if to join you, and kind of with a soft cry, transforms into Amara. And she regains her humanoid form, kind of the dark skin, the long kind of hair, patchwork clothing. And she kind of transforms in like a running kind of, she finishes off in a run and kind of jogs up to you, and almost breathless, she's kind of like, oh, you guys are okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you.
picturing. Sorry, you go.
No. What are you picturing?
I'm picturing the twins like lying on their bellies in the dirt, looking over this cliff edge. Just Samara runs up, just standing over them.
Wrath just turns around, looks up at her, and goes, "Fuck!" and just drops fine familiar.
I mean, you're certainly not a squirrel.
Excuse
Yes, did you get the
We
squirrel
thought
message?
you were in the base.
Oh, well, I changed into a squirrel to go in there to sneak around. It's smaller, but to come out, bird, they're able to fly, a bit easier to climb
Did you
around.
get the message from our squirrel?
The message? No, I didn't see a squirrel in there. I've not been in there for a little while. I was looking for you for the last, I don't know, 20 minutes.
Wraith leads over to Wrath and be like, he's gonna be so pissed
Yep.
at you.
I've dropped fine familiar. He's not going to talk to
He's
me. He
dead.
comes back. No, dropping the spell just means he goes back to his home. But he's going to be so pissed at me.
Yeah.
He's not going to do anything I ask.
Well, thank
You go.
you for looking for us. I'm glad you're okay.
Of course. And she'll gesture for you guys to kind of start walking back towards your campfire space. And she's like, well, I couldn't actually get in. It was just sort of running around the perimeter trying to find anything a way in. Did you get in? Did you find anything?
Yes.
We got in.
A lot happened.
Oh.
We got in and we got caught, so we got escorted in. And then they took all of our weapons and gave us a sleeping serum. And then we all woke up and we'd lost 3 days memories. Don't know if they're related.
Right.
But we found some stuff there doing stuff to a rift. I'll tell her everything that we found out about the rift.
As we walk.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, oh, well, that's certainly a lot. Thank you for investigating and looking into this for us. And I'm sorry that you got in some trouble along the way.
That's all right. We got out again.
You did, I suppose. I mean, I wonder just who they are working for, and what their goal is overall. We'll need to feed this back to the circle elders, but thank you very much for helping. And in kind, I'll introduce you to the circle as an ally.
Thank you.
And Wrath gets to learn how to make a tinfoil hat.
Ilfa, yes, yeah. Ilfa emerges. She's still in camouflage. She emerges out the trees. You didn't see her. She just appeared. And she's like, "Yes, I will begin tonight. I will not sleep, and I will work up a prototype, some blueprints for you. So you will be able to craft your own one of these." And she taps her head.
Thank you. I look forward.
Can't wait.
I should warn you, the materials can be a little bit expensive.
How much are we talking? Because I don't really have that.
Is
much
it actual silver?
No, that silver would not do anything. You need tin.
Okay.
Are you implying that tin is more expensive than silver?
Well, it's harder to get in the little strips.
It's true. Fair play.
I mean, Yilfa's hat's worth 500 gold, brother. So if you
Well,
start pumping these out,
I can't afford that. I'm sorry.
So yes, by now you've arrived back at your camp. It's probably gone 11 o'clock at this point, coming up to midnight, with all the kind of walking and waiting, squirrel hunting. But yeah, you're back at your campsite, and Amara will Amara will tell you that if we were to rest and then set off in the morning, we will be able to reach Montelejo at around 4 p.m. tomorrow.
I think that's fine. Is everyone happy with that?
Tentis.
That means yes.
Okay.
Pen pops out. Tentis. Second tent pops out.
Cool. She's like, okay. It probably would be good if we set up some watches or something. Or to be fair, I don't know how comfortable I am camping exactly here, only 20 minutes away from the base.
And we did send a squirrel in that said, "Come to the campsite."
Tentis. Tentis.
I start ritually casting Find Familiar again.
Nice.
When
Cool.
Fenrir appears, I'm like semi-bowing. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Just to say, because
so
that takes
sorry."
10 minutes. Are you like deciding to walk on, or are you like kind of waiting the 10 minutes for Wrath to cast, or just so for timelines?
If you want to know whether he got into the base and like caused a problem, if I've casted again, I can talk to him and he can tell me that he didn't or did. Then we know. Or do you just want to start walking away?
Well, if Amara didn't get in, I doubt Fenris would have been able to either.
No, me neither.
Let's
That's true.
walk. We could talk to him when it's bedtime. Which
Like,
it is.
even if he did get in, the worst they found was a note being like, "We're safe. Come to the campsite."
But we could walk a bit further away.
Yeah, they don't necessarily know where the campsite is, and then if we make a different one, I think we're covered.
Yeah. We, Amara, you know this territory better than most. Would you be able to guide us to another clearing within the next half an hour's walk?
Yes, but there were some caves more up, better part of an hour away. That might be slightly better to settle in.
Is this where you found Yilford by any chance?
No, it was way away.
Okay. 1 more hour. Come on, brother. I shall pull him up from his ritual casting.
I need to talk to my son.
If you want, yes. So I can say over the course of this hour's walk, you will have summoned Fenrir. Like it's 10 minutes of you just sort of nose in a book, muttering incantations. If you'd like to.
I'll bring him back as his wolf form.
Nice. So yeah, I'll say like I don't know, 20 minutes into this walk, Fenrir appears in his wolf form and kind of naturally settles into a pace, walking alongside you, and kind of looks down at himself, looks at his paws, lifts his paws, and looks up at you just wordlessly.
I'm sorry. Things did not go well. The druid appeared over us after we had sent you down. I'm sorry.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah, I know. The real world is a cruel place.
I just gave her my message.
Sorry? I didn't hear what you said.
I just gave her the message.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I assume that's why you got rid of me, because you sensed I'd done it. I was on my way back.
Immediately in Infernal to Wraith, Wrath relays that.
What's
Fling
up?
my gaze to Amara. Insight check. Is she behaving the same way she did before in the clearing?
Roll it at disadvantage, because you
That's
don't
fine.
know her.
I do not.
Compare.
I'll then say the same thing in Draconic so that everyone knows in a different language. Alanis
Oh,
was
one of them was a natural 20.
Yeah.
It's still a non-nat 20 at
Mhm.
disadvantage.
From the little you know her, you don't get a sense that she's acting differently from before.
In Infernal respond back to Wrath. Who exactly did Fenrir deliver this to?
What did the person who you delivered to look like?
Just like a person, like all of you.
Oh, Fenrir, mate. I did try to describe it.
Oh, I mean, I couldn't see any of them little squirrel things.
Yeah, fair play, mate.
I thought I saw one, but then I ran into it.
Describe
And
it
then-
like, okay, so what were they wearing? Were they wearing like a lab coat?
What's a lab coat?
Yep, he wouldn't know what that is. Were they wearing
Can you-
White?
white? Yes.
They all kind of look the same, isn't it?
Oh, we
Like
can't
red
see
and-
colour. We
Yeah,
can see
you can't
white
see colour.
and black and grey.
Oh no.
Can you? I'll say in Infernal. Can you ask Fenrir if the person he gave it to looked like Amara and
Yeah,
point at
okay.
Amara
Fenrir,
subtly?
mate, did the person you gave it to look like that person?
He kind of studies for a long time. Like he's silent for like upwards of 2-3 minutes.
Wrath is like, oh,
Um,
shit.
and like is proper, and then Amara starts being like, "This wolf is fucking staring at me." And kind of tilts his head and is like, "I think the hair was different, and what they're wearing, and they were taller. Look quite different actually. Now I'm looking."
Yeah, okay, alright. Yeah, okay, guys, we should really walk faster, okay? Let's speed
Can you
this
ask
shit up.
Fenrir how they reacted to
Yeah.
getting the note?
Yeah, Fenrir, what was the vibe when you passed on this note?
I was quite happy because I'd done it because it was quite difficult
Yeah, I'm
to
proud
get
of
in
you, man.
there and find someone. Yeah, no,
Mm.
cheers. And then I think they sort of. So do you remember that time when me, you, Jeff were
Mhm.
sending messages
Yes.
about the people at court,
Mm.
and then we accidentally gave a message to one of the courtiers, like
Oh.
Jeff, to them rather than to you.
Yeah.
And then, but it was a funny thing
Yeah.
about someone they didn't like. So when they read it, they were like, "Woo, that's hilarious! Who wrote that?"
Mm.
It was a little bit like that. But I'm not so good with faces.
God help us, I don't know. You did a great job, man. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
We're now like heading to another place anyway.
Oh, cool. Where we going?
Somewhere far away from here.
Okay.
But yeah, good work, mate.
Bit late, innit? I'm a bit
It is,
tired.
yeah, but we gotta stay. Like, we gotta find somewhere safe, you know, somewhere they can't find us.
That's alright.
Yeah,
I mean, this person didn't seem mad or anything.
that's good.
Can send more messages if you want.
What do you mean? Go back.
Just if you
The rest of the party's just like hovering, ready when this is happening.
I'll like in first in Infernal, I'll be like, wait, no. Yeah, I mean, can Fenrir speak Infernal? I would guess so.
Probably, yeah.
Yep. Well, shit. He'll know anyway. So I don't think if the message was passed to our friend, it was probably passed to someone in there that works there.
I mean, Amara did say as much,
yeah.
that she did not receive a squirrel note. I
Indeed.
say in Infernal.
Indeed. I mean, for a second I was nervous that she wasn't who she said she was, but I now fear that maybe Squirrel isn't Fenrir's best form in terms of sussing people out. But that's really that's my bad for making him a squirrel. But yeah.
Let's just get to the
Yeah,
caves.
we should move forward.
We move.
Nice. You move. And yeah, so about 1 a.m. you arrive at these caves. And it's sort of like a little cave system, blocked at the back. It doesn't actually lead anywhere. But the caves go back maybe like 50 feet. And there's kind of a few corners that you're able to kind of go around so that if someone was standing at the mouth of the cave, they wouldn't be able to see you. And it seems fairly well sheltered. And Omara does a little "we're here" sort of gesture. And says, "You can put those tents up now if you would like to."
Well, if we're in a cave anyway, I mean, it would be cozier in the tents. God, can you imagine tenting in a cave? How cool would that be?
It is also pretty cold as well, because you're
We're
very high
getting
up
in the
the
tents.
mountains.
Wraith's fucking freezing.
Sorry, I'm casting simple rituals. I'll ritual cast alarm to line
Mhm.
across this entrance of the cave.
Brilliant, perfect. Are you doing the mental or the out loud alarm?
Allowed this time.
Nice one.
I learned from last time.
Bro. What are other people doing?
Little cave.
Aw, cute.
Oh,
Love
Oh.
that.
You did that so fast.
You did.
Thanks.
Oh,
I'm happy to do
Take
first
watch.
watch.
yeah, I was going to say Toki would take first watch if you want to do a watch together, Luca.
Wraith is climbing in the tent, huddled in blankets.
Cute. Love it.
I'll do second and third if they're going to do first.
Oh. Nice. Amara will volunteer to do third with you. And I mean, Ilfa's like, I'm not going to sleep, so I can just kind of keep an eye overall.
Why are you not sleeping?
I have to do the blueprints for the hat.
Okay. Wraith goes into the
What's that
tent. Fenrir, she'll hold the flap open.
Fenrir's like, am I allowed in? Am I allowed on the bed?
Oh.
Go on.
He like trots in and like does a lap on the blankets and lies down.
I'll pull him in with my cold fingers.
He snuggles. He's like, I don't know if you could talk to him. He like, right, Wrath, you sense him speaking at her.
Yeah.
Being like, did I do a good job? Because I feel like maybe I didn't do a good job because I'm not too good with faces and stuff, but I feel like people weren't that happy that I delivered the message that I've
You
been
did
asked to
a
deliver.
great job. You did a great job, mate. You did as best as
I-
anyone could do.
I can't hear him, so I'm just patting him and I've buried my face in his ruff and I'm just stroking him.
Wraith agrees. Look. She
Yeah,
loves
this
you.
is crazy.
Like when you're lying next to a dog and you like do like the full body stroke while like in their ruff.
He like wiggles his bum.
Yeah.
And then like pulls at you to keep going.
All right, less claws, thank you. Okay.
No, the blame lays on me here, okay? I am the one who made you a squirrel. I am the one who suggested this plan. It may have been flawed. You did everything perfectly.
Oh, that's really cute. Okay, cool. And he immediately passes out. It's been a big day.
Wraith probably follows him.
Love it. Alanis, I imagine you're settling down to sleep. There's the other tent, isn't there? So you're settling down to sleep in the other one. Nice. And Toki and Luca then on watch. Is there anything you're chatting about, or are you just settling down to get watch over and done with?
Luca will probably spend a little bit more time agonizing over this note to Terenzio.
Yeah.
And he will turn to Toki and say, "Can I get your advice on something? Because I don't know if what I'm trying to do is going to be stupid. Because I've done a lot of stupid things recently. I wanted to write a letter to Terenzio, who is in Melatin. Hopefully with my brothers, maybe. But I don't know where he lives, and people are very much trying to kill my side of the family, apparently. So, do you think if I just write a letter and say that it's to Terenzio, that it will get to him? Or do you think maybe that's that's going to go really badly for
Do you,
us.
do you have a last name?
I do, yeah. It's the one that's not mine. No, it's the one that is mine. It's such a big family tree. Hold on.
Duvet?
But you,
Oh. Duvez. Duvez, thank you. I was like, shit, what the fuck is my family
I
called?
remember
There's
it. I
so
remember
many
it.
names in my brain at the moment. Duvez.
there's okay. But you don't have an address.
No. I'm just hoping that, I mean, if he's got the money and he's part of an apparently notorious family, that maybe the post office will know where to send it. How many Terenzio Duvesis can there be in Petrain?
I don't know.
I
So
just think
you're gonna send it
that,
to the post office.
yeah, I don't have a lot to go on, but
No.
I can't go. But this is the first time in like 2 years that I've thought maybe my brothers are somewhere where I can get to them, but I can't get to them. But then I don't want to write a letter and the mafia gets it and then comes and then we die, because that would be a backfiring.
Yeah. I mean, I don't fully understand the intricacies of your family's.
Neither do I, so that's fine.
I mean, I don't think it can hurt. You could just say. You don't have to say like where. Well, you could just be like, "Hey, is it you? Like, are you the person I want to speak to? Contact me at the Alano post office." Right? Like, you don't have to be like, "Here's everything about me," and then they can
Yeah,
come and kill us.
but if I say write back to the Elano post office, what if they go and kill the Elano post office about it?
Then you
Feels-
would have a lot of blood on you.
Yeah, it's really hard.
My
I don't
brother's
want
in
to leave
Malatin. Do
it.
you want me to write to him and be like, "Do you know anyone
Oh,
called Terenzio Dumez?" I don't think
just
he will, but
any information. And just if they're there and they're not good people or they're around the not good people, someone has to know something. Because we've got the Terenzio, Duvez, and
Mhm.
I don't know if my brothers are making the same bad choices I did, but if they're not, then that's Elijah and Matteo Occulti. That's 3 names. It's 3 possibilities. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like famous, right? Like people should know if your brothers are out and about. It's like
Yeah.
in the gossip mags and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they might. Yeah.
Loki, want to see these gossip maps?
Same.
I know. Yeah, well, Matteo was quite the eligible bachelor when everything didn't go to shit. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, if they're wandering around and getting boats and just existing in the capital, then surely do not fuck my brother. You're you're
I'm a
definitely
slave.
gonna
I'm a
fuck.
slave.
This isn't
He's
even the one that I was
dreaming.
telling you about. You and
He's
Elijah, I need to
just,
keep you away from Elijah.
he's just dreaming.
Wait a minute. Which brother is this?
The one I'm talking about is Matteo, the older one, the
The
sensible
oldest.
one, the
Middle
heir, the to be Duca
Duca?
Matteo.
The scrappy slut man is the middle brother.
That's Elijah, baby. That's my
Scrappy
Okay,
scrappy.
right
slut
on.
man.
He's a scrappy
Yeah.
slut man. He
That's what
sure
we
is.
discussed.
Don't fuck my brother.
I'm asleep. I'm not talking.
I'm just getting vibes. I
Just
can
listen
feel
to slap.
it. Okay. Yeah, I don't want your brother to get into trouble. So I think maybe if we put our heads together and think of something, because I don't know they're doing. I don't want it to still end up in the wrong hands and someone sees a name and it's going to your brother and then it all goes really badly.
Okay, I don't think there's any harm in writing to a Terenzio Devez care of, Arnold Post Office. I don't know
Okay.
what you'd say. Just being like, hey, I think I need to speak to you.
Yeah, I just want to say, hey, I'm alive and you guys are alive and
You
I
could
need
say
some
I
answers.
have information about Luca Accolti.
That's good.
He doesn't
Because
have to
then
know
if
that
it's
it's
the
you.
right people, then it all works out. And if it's the wrong people, we can just kill them before they kill us.
I'm so proud of you. Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we write and we say, very ominously, I've got information about Luca Colti. It's
Yeah.
going to be on, he's going to pull it out of his bag. He says it's going to be on this postcard. And it's a postcard that he got from the little town that we stopped at first.
Hey,
What the little I wish you were here. I am
I
Prados.
wish
Yeah.
you were here.
Well, that's. I think if you're trying to send a message, I think that sends a
That's
message.
certainly a message.
Okay, cool.
They're gonna
Cool.
get
think
home and be like, "Oh, this is code. We have to meet up in Allende
Yeah,
Prados."
no problem.
They just end up at this campsite with one shop and a public toilet, and they're like, yeah, right.
Just a bunch of hitmen descend.
3
Okay.
movies have been made about this.
Okay.
I think this is and I won't write to my brother out of nowhere. That would
Yeah,
be crazy.
I think if you
That would be crazy.
when was the last time you talked to your brother? Would it be
Oh, I probably Mary McCalla. I don't talk to this brother very much.
Oh my god, Toki, you should have started with that. That's even worse. Okay.
Is it,
Right, we're
And
not
it's really far
gonna
away.
is it your night?
the postal service exists for this very purpose.
Look, okay, I can't be sending letters to all of my brothers and sisters. I bankrupt myself on stamps.
Oh.
Is it landfall?
No.
Oh.
Okay. I think maybe I want to check with the others because I don't want
Yeah, I don't
men
want this
descending
all
on
to
us.
be
I
on
don't want
me.
it to just be on us.
I don't know that I
Maybe
gave
came
you
up-
super great advice.
Okay, we'll check. We'll run it past the others
We'll
in
check
the
in the morning.
morning.
Also,
And then-
I don't know. I want to speak to the druids. We obviously want to take the package to Alano. I don't know what we're doing after Alano. I mean, mine very much depends on what the druids tell me, but if it takes us Petrameway, we could just go to Malaten. I could see Hershin in person. I'm like, hi, sorry I never write to you.
We can all get our family stuff resolved. It'll be great. Okay, so in the morning, when are we next going to be at the post? How long are we going to be in Alanil for? Because that's the next post office.
I also have postcards to write, to be fair, so I think we're going to be there a few days. We've got to take the package. I think we're hoping to get there a couple of days early so that we can really be in the town square at midday.
You get there 2 days early and you don't leave the town square.
We'll camp out. Tempt us in the
We
town
wanted
square.
to be there on the 32nd of Earning, potentially, on the day of the Rift, if we wanted to see Cosima and...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, is the 32nd not the day we need to deliver? Yeah, but we're hoping... God, I'm so confused. What day is it now? It's the 26th. We're hoping to see the druids on the 27th. And then how many days travel is it from the druids to Alano?
I've got it.
Like 2 or 3?
Yeah.
I don't got it.
So we should be able to get to
3?
Alano for the 30th, let's say.
Okay.
And then we'll probably leave first at the earliest. So like 3 days.
When we get to Alana, we'll be able to plan some next steps. So, okay. It's the beginning of a plan, which is
Yeah.
more than I had this morning.
There we go.
Nice. Cool, thank you. I feel much better about it. I'm glad I asked someone because I think it would have all fallen apart if I just sent it off by myself.
Yeah. And we can look for your brothers if that's what you want to do.
I don't even know if it was them. I hope it was them. But I don't want to go to Petrain and put myself in danger, and I definitely don't want to go to Petrain and get you guys in danger.
Yeah.
We have to slow down and think, which is not something I've done a lot of the last couple of years. So starting now,
You've
slow
had a
down and
lot
think.
on.
There's been a lot going on. That is true.
You've had a
But
big
it's
couple of years.
also not an excuse. So it's gonna be better.
That's just the updated map with La Grieta and Montalejo, which is where the druids are.
Ooh,
Thank you.
Oh, what's that place? Nice.
Cool, bro. So you settle down, probably into your watch, toying with all the postcards that you've all got to send, and the watch pass is quite to roll. It's time for watch number 2, which was Alana, and I don't know if you the twins want us to take a watch as well.
Sure.
Braith is sleeping.
Oh,
Nice,
okay.
yeah. So is that Wrath you are sharing with
Yeah,
Alana?
sure.
Yeah, cool. Again, same question. Do either of you want to chat or just settle down into the watch?
Alanis, I had the weirdest dream. Like, this man appeared. Like, his name was Elijah. And, like, for some reason, he just looked so familiar, but I just can't put a name on it. Anyway, dreams are weird. How are you? How's your sleep?
Uneventful.
Oh,
Who's Elijah?
I don't know. It's a mystery even to me. Random men come to me in my dreams. What can I say?
Just can't resist you.
No.
I understand.
Yeah. You got anyone interested in you these days?
No.
Oh.
It's all right. I'm not interested in anyone either. Goes both ways.
Good for you. Independence is nice. How are you feeling about everything now?
It's been a rough couple of days.
Yep.
Nothing ever seems to go right.
No, I'm sorry.
But hey, we've made it out and we're safely in the cave.
Yep.
And
We're alive, That's a good thing.
we're alive and we're heading in the right direction. How are you? How are you feeling?
How's your love life?
Didn't hear that. I'm okay. I've died twice in the space of 2 weeks. It's fine though, It's a occupational hazard, I guess. But yeah, things seem to be on the up now. Seems to be going well.
No, lingering after effects of death and resurrection that we need to be concerned about.
Every time I go near water, apparently I look like I'm dead, and I keep bumping into this devil back home. But it's fine. I'm sure there are gonna be no lasting repercussions.
What?
It's fine. These things happen.
I don't think you told anyone but me about seeing Zariel.
Shit. I just remembered that. Yeah, it's weird, you know.
Like, is Elijah this devil? Is that why you're dreaming of him?
Maybe it is, you know. Maybe he is the devil in my dreams. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've dreamt about a devil before.
You know there was a riffling following you and Wraith a while ago?
When? I thought the riffling was following you.
Yeah, no, before that, with the caravan. They was curious about you two.
Oh! Did Raph catch that? Or am I just blanking on it?
I
No,
don't think so. I think it was
no,
just.
yeah. Alana's noticed, I think. I don't. Yeah, I think it's
No.
I don't think I
Wraith.
bothered telling anyone.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Do you know why it was following just me and my sister?
Just said it was curious. Didn't mean you any harm. I think it was just interested in your vibe.
What kind of riffling was it? Don't worry if you don't know. I'm just
I want to
curious.
say Twilight, I think, because I only noticed it in the evening. But
If you want, you can try and roll a nature check to see if
yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Ooh. Nature 9.
Nice. Yeah, I don't think you can identify what kind of riffling is from memory, but even with a 9, you're pretty confident it wasn't a twilight riffling, even though it kind of came out at that time of day. The twilight riffling that had been following you, kind of around La Grieta, didn't look like the one that you saw. The one that you saw was more sort of a sort of a warm orange color.
And I shall describe it to Raph.
So this is a new one we
I
haven't.
don't know if there's like hell rifflings maybe I've followed you through, but
Are there hell rifflings?
it's a new one for me.
Rifflings were super new to you, Wrath. There aren't any in hell, no.
I'm not aware of them, but I wouldn't know probably anyway.
And Alanis, actually, like your family doing so much like plane hopping, you've only seen rifflings on the material plane, in Uriel.
Interesting.
Are they just interested in people from other planes? I don't know.
Well, they're from other planes, I think. But they won't tell me where they're from. Keep asking. One of them will tell me.
Get Toki to Zone of Truth. Just have a peaceful exchange with rifflings. Do you understand Infernal?
Oh yeah, I'm fluent.
I assumed. Where did you learn Infernal?
Well, we travel planes a lot.
Oh yeah, you have
Various
been
people
to hell.
pick it up, and then I'm like 100 years old. I've had a lot of time to learn languages.
What have you done for a century?
Well, you know, like a normal kid, I traveled with my family, and I went to school, and I learnt to hunt, and I learnt to track. Not that it's been going very well so far.
You're a brilliant
And
hunter.
you know, you
You're
learn
able to perceive things that nobody else
skills
can.
and stuff.
Don't put yourself down.
Perceive the fucking frogs.
I mean, the frogs. I don't think anyone could have foreseen the frogs. Also, the amount of
That I
frogs
should have
was...
done.
No.
Unforeseen.
Alarming.
Yeah, no. Almost like it's higher power out to get us through frogs. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. We're all here now. Do you think Toki's into Galen?
It seems a little more than just like a normal
Same.
god
Yeah,
relationship.
like I don't
I think he's got a
understand.
thing for him.
I agree, because I'm like, this level of devotion goes just a step beyond.
It's a step too far,
Yeah.
I think. I mean, it's not like it doesn't seem unhealthy. I
No,
just think
yeah,
it's like a
yeah.
little bit more than a crush, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I'm so glad we talked about this. It's been on my mind. I just worry about him. Like maybe he goes a little too far for him. Like, what do we know about Galen?
Yeah, I'm like, there's not a lot of reciprocity, you know? I know that he's
Exactly.
got his
It
spells,
really isn't.
but
It doesn't feel like a healthy
I just
relationship if it is one. Like,
it doesn't. It feels a little bit toxic.
I agree. I agree. I'm so glad we had this. Oh, I've tried to talk to
I'm
Toki
glad
about.
someone else was thinking it.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, maybe let's just keep an eye on it. See how it goes.
Yeah, I think the best thing we can do is just kind of support him and be there for him
Yeah. Yeah.
when he realizes it too.
Oh, bless him. Bless him. Oh,
Oh, guy.
I know. I wonder if Galen's hot. Maybe that's why.
Mm.
Do you know what Galen looks like? Does anyone know what Galen looks like?
Does anyone know what Galen looks like?
Yeah.
I mean, someone must have done. He was like a real person, right?
Sure. Yeah. And don't say it's just die. They died a long time ago. I don't know how long Galen died ago. Well, maybe I'll ask Toki in the morning. Oh, this has been lovely.
Toki pulls out a picture book from his bag. He's like, I'm so glad you asked.
Bolts upright out of sleep. Look, Alanis, he can even sense us talking about him when he's asleep. Unreal.
Crazy.
It's just that connection.
I know.
The spirit of Galen moves through him.
Yeah, he does.
He even dreams about the man. What kind of dreams? Who knows? Goodness me, Toki. Goodness me. Cheeky boy. Well, unless there's anything Alanis wants to talk about, Reth. That's everything Reth wanted to discuss. I will get to the bottom of everyone's relationship history, one way or another.
You raised an open book, brother.
Yeah, you just lied to me for like, what, 3 years? It's fine.
Yeah, maybe.
Brilliant, fantastic. And so you kind of continue gossiping for a little bit, wondering what the fuck Galen looks like. You have seen a portrait of him, but he was kind of all up in armor, and you didn't really see a proper picture of him and his face, so that remains a mystery. But yeah, the night kind of passes. It's getting to about 8 a.m. at this point. One more watch goes. So yeah, Alanis, you stay on, and Omara comes and joins you. And you can chat to everyone, but I am just gonna fill up my water because I've got through it. So I'll be back in a second.
I'm actually going to run to the loo. If Lauren's gone, I will also be back in a second.
Every week I get more confident that like Toki and Galen have fucked somehow and they're like in their
Oh yeah, every single
every
week.
week. Toki, like, I've asked Chloe multiple times.
Canon, innit?
Exactly.
If we say so, it is, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We're manifesting now.
What are you manifesting?
Toki and Galen are fucking.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Like right
It's
now in the
canon.
tent.
No,
In
it's
this
just canon.
dream, like,
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Probably
on the moon. On the moon.
on the moon.
on the
Yeah.
moon. They've gone interplanar.
Ow. Yeah.
Interplanetary, rather.
Yeah, they've started the space races so that Toki can reach Galen on the moon.
The first people to fuck on the moon.
They might not be the first. You don't know who lives
Oh
on the moon.
shit! True.
There's clangers up there.
Bangers, yeah.
I wonder who those moon fuckers are.
But yes, so Amara comes and joins you. She's got a mug of like tea that she seems to have sort of conjured, and she's like, "Would you Like something to drink, something warm?
No, thank you.
If you change your mind, let me know. And yeah, she'll kind of sit there. And yeah, she's gonna be like, so how was it in the rift base?
Well, confusing. I didn't really remember anything for a while.
That's just
Then we
strange.
looked around, and I don't remember a lot of what happened because I didn't watch the video.
That's fair.
But we
No.
did find that they were studying different planes,
Okay,
and it was making the Rifflings sick.
that's interesting. Somehow affecting them. They were messing with, accidentally messed with the
So they're
weave.
messing with
And
the rift and the
yeah,
weave. That's the thing.
do you think riftlings are connected to the weave? I mean, they appeared after the rift, so they're connected
They
to
appeared
that.
after the rift, and they're only on this plane. And they're very cagey about where they come from. So I
Are you
think
able
they
to
must be.
speak with them?
Sometimes.
Oh, that's impressive. Usually they just
Oh, is
bob.
you've never tried?
We tried, I suppose. But I don't know. People don't really know too much about them, and it's been 21 years, and there's still a little bit of a mystery. Um, yeah, I mean, people have tried. People probably have had more success with me. I'm not particularly good with, I don't know, l- living
I think.
beings. More the stars and nature up there is what I'm good with. The circle of the land, I think I've tried, or the shepherds have tried to understand them more. But yeah, from what I've heard, it's very basic and vague, just flashes of an image, and you have to work out what they mean.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're not direct. They talk
Yeah.
to you in your head more than anything else.
But when they talk to you, is it a two-way conversation? Most people have kind of, one question, vague answer, done.
No, they allow follow-ups.
That's so interesting. I wonder why. Maybe they just like you.
I'm a very likable person, I guess.
And yeah, I'll be like, yeah. And we'll kind of sit in comfortable, companionable silence with you, unless you wanted to chat about anything else with her. Um, Up to you.
Um, can I insight check?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What are you kind of insight checking? Just sort of just general vibes, trying to get a
Yeah,
visual on
just the
that?
general vibe.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's trustworthy, but
Hmm.
I'm suspicious now.
Fair. Cool.
But it's only an 8, so
Yeah. There's no like glaring red flags for you to pick up on. Yeah. And yeah, 4 hours pass. So it is getting to actually midday now, before everyone's kind of up and properly ready and rested to go. As you all kind of all do get up, prepared to move off, Amara will sort of work with you actually, Alanis and Toki. I think you both got maps and have kind of been working out on maps of the area. She'll kind of tell you a sort of direct way to get to Monteloco. And yeah, she says we'll probably get there around 4 to 5, I guess, before sundown. So I suppose we should probably head off.
Yeah, let's go. Ilfra, are you coming with us?
I think Ilfa disappeared in the night. You look around, like no one noticed she'd left. No one saw her go, but where she'd been sleeping is a bundle of papers left addressed to Wrath.
Let's go. A woman of her
And yeah,
word. Let's go.
nice. Yeah, you open it, and yeah, obviously did spend all night drafting very complex, detailed instructions for how to create this tinfoil hat. And you see, it's pages and pages and pages long. There's like revisions you can see, and then she's scribbled in the margins with notes on sort of like the best way to do it is this, the best kind of material was this. I'd recommend it taking this long. And yeah, you have kind of like a manila folder essentially of how to make a tinfoil hat, and very comprehensive instructions for essentially which is just shove some tinfoil in a hat and wear it on your head.
I back that.
But you've got diagrams for how to do that.
I expected a complex methodology. Nice. Raph puts it away in his bag.
Nice. But yeah, you all head off, setting off north to Montelejo. Is anyone wanting to do anything? Chat about anything? You've got, I'll say, 4 and a bit hours of walking. Yeah, up to you.
Wraith will walk next to her brother for a bit, sort of huddled in her new cloak, with her flame in her hand, and she's like, all of the planes, all of them, all of all of what's our planet called?
Uriel.
Thank you. All of Uriel. And we travelled to the swamp, and now we're travelling to the cold.
Yeah, I must admit, I'm not enjoying the biomes we're fucking traversing through.
When are we going back to Ostajan? It was
I
very
know,
nice there.
I know.
Like, we need another holiday.
We are not used to living in this color. It's really not
Why?
good for my nail beds. I just can't cope with it right now. I need a manicure.
Warm. Somewhere warm.
I know.
Once we have funds, brother, somewhere warm.
I don't have funds.
It's my only request.
Yeah. We'll get there. He'll also make a flame in his hands. Put the flames together so they make a bigger flame. We're just walking with a mini bonfire in our hands at this point.
I love it. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And it is cold, like getting colder. This is partly the twins being dramatic, but it is like you're traversing now kind of snow-capped peaked mountains. And the route that Omara is taking you is just a massive climb up in probably sort of the space of, I don't know, maybe 10 miles. You probably climb like 3,000 feet just up these winding mountain paths. And could you all please roll me an athletics check? Because this is difficult.
Our party is famously good for strength rolls.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm getting rid of this white,
nice.
guys.
Oh, not bad.
Oh god, Wraith.
Wraith's real cold.
Oh, right.
Fuck me.
So
She's having a bad day.
it's not great. So everyone, apart from Wraith, you notice the strain and the exertion, and the air is getting thinner. It's much colder. Like your packs are heavy. You weren't really prepared for like actual mountaineering hiking, but you're managing. You're coping. Like I mean, I'd say Toki, you're like pretty happy with yourself. Your lungs are doing good. All that running has definitely paid off. But you look back at Wraith, and in an effort, I think, for her to not fall behind, she's just massively overexerting herself. And Wraith, it's like you're freezing, you're cold, so you'll kind of take off your winter cloak, you'll put the flame away, and no, sorry, you're overheating because you've been walking so much. But then as soon as you do that, you become freezing cold. You keep kind of stumbling. You nearly hurt your ankle at one point, kind of climbing over some rocks. And you take a point of exhaustion.
Excellent, thank you.
For not vibing with the mountain climate.
Not vibing with the cold at all.
No, not at all. But after 4 hours, true to Mara's word, you reach a series of peaks and start to kind of walk along the ridgeline of them. And you see in the not so far distance a tall structure built on the side of a mountain, and it seems to be. I feel like maybe if you'd imagine what a druidic settlement looked like, you'd think it would be sort of kind of naturalistic, very like natural shapes. But this is just like a stone box almost that is like affixed to the mountain. And it has like a variety of windows and then kind of buries down into the mountain. And you walk closer and closer, and as you walk along these peaks, these ridges, you are like above the clouds now in some points. The clouds kind of bank below you, and it's just kind of snow and ice that you're trudging through. And after a while, you reach this building, this settlement, and Amar turns and says, "Welcome to Montalejo. This is the home of the Circle of Stars." And you see now this large kind of square building. It does have a sort of like observation platform attached to it that extends beyond the peak of the mountain, kind of obviously held up through magic, but extends just into thin air. And on the top of this kind of stone structure, from a kind of a side and angle you couldn't see as you were walking up to it, it has a large dome built into it. And what appears to be an observatory that can open to the air. She says, she kind of says, the town, village, city, it's hard to tell. People travel. Sometimes it's very busy. Sometimes it is not. But we all live here in the structure in the building, and it's larger than it looks. Um, and we well, once upon a time, I suppose, mined down into the mountains. Um, so yes, I can introduce you to the circle elders. It may take some time, not ages, but I cannot promise a meeting tonight. It may have to be tomorrow, maybe midday, um, or maybe. Well, I will go and see them first thing. But if you like, I can help you find somewhere to stay. We do have kind of rest spots for travelers, those who do not live here. Um, if you would like.
Thank you. Yeah, that sounds really helpful.
Okay. Brilliant. And yes, she leads you in. And as you walk through this building, you descend into sort of a very cavernous like dwelling basically. And as you go down, there's kind of a central, I suppose, staircase with sort of like landings veering off of it that go off into different kind of caves and caverns with like shop fronts built into them and houses built into them, and sometimes there's just sort of like lone structures that other kind of caves sort of networked around, and you see most of the walls here are carved with markings, like intricate markings all over every single wall here. And the further and further down you go, you begin to note as well that this place is glowing with a kind of like blue, almost like bioluminescence light that does sort of mimic what the sky would look like outside. So it's kind of mimicking the sunset at the moment. It's kind of a clear blue that's just being tinged with a sort of hint of orange and then a tiny little bit of purple. And it's hard to tell where the sort of light source is coming from here, but it lights up the entire kind of cavernous city inside. So Amara kind of takes you down a few levels, talks you through it, kind of says about, like there are shops over here, this is private dwellings. There's even a sort of little, like, for lack of a better word, a park. There's no grass, but there are somehow trees there, and you see kind of children playing. But eventually, she leads you to a tavern called the Scholar, and she says, "I'll leave you here, but if you need to find me or talk to me, then ask the innkeeper, and they'll be able to put you in touch with me. But otherwise, I'll go and speak to the circle elders now, and I'll let you know what they say."
Thank you.
Of course. So I know, is there anything specific you would like me to ask of them now? Um, you said it was about some astronomical events in the second era, I think.
Yes, it's about a meteor shower and an eclipse occurred at the same time in 1017.
Okay. Um, okay, I'll ask them that. But yes, I'll let you get settled, and I'll see you in a couple of hours.
Thanks.
And she kind of waves and heads off, leaving you outside this tavern that's got a like large telescope sort of engraved into the side of it.
Should we go get a room?
Mm-hmm.
With a fire.
Vibration.
And lots of blankets.
You talk so much sense, Toki.
Bro. So as you walk in, it's pretty quiet in here. There seem to be a couple of people sitting at a table just sort of having a chat. They seem to be poring over some pieces of paper. But they themselves have the kind of druidic markings that symbolize the circle of stars, which just sort of swells around their eyes and forehead, with a kind of cluster of stars dotted across their nose and temple. And you walk up, and there's a halfling woman who kind of notices you and waves and says, "Hello. Are you new into town?"
Hi, yeah, we just arrived with Amara.
Oh,
Hoping to
brilliant.
stay a night or two.
Of course, of course. How many rooms would you be liking?
Should we get two? Do we all want to share?
We could share if they've got one for
We could
5.
share.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
it might have to be 2.
We don't have rooms that would fit all of you. The largest occupancy is well, we have a room with 2 double beds. Otherwise, it's kind of 1 double bed or 2 twin beds. Um, for the one with 2 double beds, that's 7 gold pieces. The others are 5.
We take that one and 2 twins. 1 twin room.
Yeah.
Man.
So 12 gold Toki will pay.
She hands over your key and says, "Brilliant," and kind of directs you upstairs. It says, "We do food here. If you would be liking something to eat, the kitchens have just opened, and they'll stay open until about 10 p.m. There's drinks as well. But yes, I hope you have a good stay."
Thank you. I'm sure we'll be down in a minute.
Fantastic. And as you walk up to your rooms, who is taking what? Who's sharing the 4-bed versus who's sharing the 2-bed?
Twin room. We'll take the 2 bed.
Yeah.
Nice. Bro, so as you go in, yeah, the rooms are comfortable. Like floor and ceiling are all made of stone, but it seems to be enchanted. There's sort of almost now you're in a building. You see the floors are sort of enchanted. Like there's veins of glowing, just magic running through them that kind of provides sort of like an underfloor heating sort of element. And there's not a fireplace, but it seems that this floor provides more than enough heat to keep it comfortable. There are a lot of like big fluffy blankets on the bed, both beds that you've got, and they have windows that sort of look out over this kind of settlement that you found yourselves in. And you see it just kind of descends down and down and down and down and down into this kind of glowing, twinkling darkness.
Wraith will probably drag one of the fluffy blankets off the bed, wrap it around her, and then sit with her back at the foot of the bed looking out the window.
Nice, yeah. It's nice and toasty. You kind of drag a pillow as well, so you're not sitting on the stone floor. And yeah, it's kind of this like faux animal like fur rug.
I mean, the quality is questionable, but at least it's warm.
Indeed, indeed. Are you okay?
I hate the cold.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Can you imagine me having to survive in Carnia?
Oh, no. It would be
Grim.
terrible. What's the weather like in Dis?
Warm, I imagine. I hope.
Well, presumably
Fiery
spent
city, innit?
time there.
Well, I haven't. That's the whole point.
Well, where did you meet Dis prior to this?
In the 9th. I never left the 9th.
Oh, you always met him in the 9th.
Yeah, in his rooms. He's got... You know how the Dukes had their own rooms, but they were almost separate planes? Am I
Yes.
explaining that right, Lauren?
What was that, sorry?
The Duke's rooms in Asmodeus's court
Yes.
were like almost different pockets of existence.
They were like demi-planes, yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of combined sort of the vibe of the circle that they're from. But yeah, it exists sort of somewhere in the astral sea with kind of a connection to, for Dis's one, it would be a connection to the second and one door. You can go out the other door on the other side of the room and you'll be in the 9th.
I mean, most of our shenanigans were around the 9th, but our time spent together were in his rooms. Honestly, if I went to Dis at this point, I don't know how capable I would be of leaving.
That's understandable. Your husband's
I
there.
don't. Well, yes. More of a. I don't really know what the process is when a new Duke steps in
No,
into
I don't
power.
either. It doesn't happen very often.
But the Dukes don't leave hell.
So presumably when you become a duke, you'd be stuck. Not stuck, but by choice you would choose to stay there.
It's a fair assumption.
Well, I'll come visit you then, I guess.
Well, the Grim Reaper can go in and out, I'd imagine.
Yes. I don't know, but that is fun, he must do. Do you want to go back soon?
I'd like to see him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're ready to be here on your own yet, though.
Well, I mean, who says I stay here? Maybe I go off to another plane.
Oh, yes. I can see that going so excellently, because we've managed on this plane just so well.
I mean, I hear the Feywild is excellent.
Oh, you're going to take Toki off for a magical little adventure?
Oh, of course, you know me.
Off into the sunset of
Yeah.
the Feywild.
Yeah.
The dusk. Eternal dusk?
I love a beach date. It'd be nice.
Oh, a date, is it?
No, not necessarily talking. Maybe I'll find someone else, you know.
I mean, you want a local to show you around, no?
I mean, we'll see, you know. Go explore.
Brother
I
mine,
could
you
go
are
across all the
blushing.
plains. No, I'm not. I mean, I hear Pandemonium is fucking crazy, so I should really go there. See what that's about.
I think there's enough crazy sun on this plane. I really don't think you need to dabble in pandemonium.
I think someone like me would be there.
I think it's crazy enough without you adding to it.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, fine.
What do you want to do?
I have no idea. Get you to see Dis, I suppose.
But then what would we do after that?
Oh, I mean, if you're happy in hell, then that's the main thing that matters.
I don't know if I'd be happy if I wasn't sure that you were.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what would make me happy.
Well, let's figure that out before
Yeah, I'll get there one day.
go and make you vomit with my reunion with my husband.
Oh my gosh. Well, I look forward to it.
So do I. But seriously, like somewhere warm next. Ostajan
Absolutely, I know.
was Petrain warm? I can't
Yeah,
even remember
do
now.
you
Was
want me to
Petrain
go
warm,
ask
DM?
Toki? Not Toki.
Was Petrain? We've been there. Was Petrain warm?
Oh,
Yeah, it's skinny. Like, I mean, in the winter it's probably not super duper warm, but it's, yeah.
right. Okay, maybe we should pitch for train next. Okay.
I think it's a good idea. I mean, not Zagreus. Map. What's north of Pirates?
Roll call.
Thank you. Rolcourt was pitched at some point, but I don't imagine it being that much warmer than here, considering we're going north and it's getting colder.
Yeah, I can't do
I
this.
I say we head back to the other side of Alano. No. You're... What's this planet called?
You're
You're real.
Thank you. You're real. To the warmer side.
We're new to this planet, you see.
I mean, we're not that new to it. We've been to quite a lot of it at this point.
True. Yeah.
I'm cold. The cold is getting to me.
Yeah, you're at a point of exhaustion. It's fair.
I'm honestly rather knackered, brother.
Mm.
Look, feel my hand.
Oh gosh.
Feel it.
It's gonna be cold, isn't it?
I see.
Ah! I'll summon Fenrir and get him to like coddle around you to warm you up.
Excellent.
Okay.
I'll also make sure to cast alarm on the door
Nice
and
one.
the other door.
Can you do it twice?
It doesn't say though. Wait.
I suppose because you wouldn't
Because it's
be
not
concentrating on it.
It just
Yeah,
happens
yeah, you
at
can
8
do it twice.
hours.
Why not? Go for it.
Okay.
So you spend 20 minutes doing that. What are the other three chatting about in the other room?
I mean, I was going to suggest going down for some food.
I was going to ask Lauren, did we see, you mentioned there were shops and stuff. Did we see a post office? Do they have one?
I don't think that you saw one, but I'm just going to say that if you were to ask, you'd be told yes, there is a post office.
Hell yeah, love that. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to go down for food. I need the gang together to pitch
some
this
food.
insane idea, so
Yeah.
I don't think Wraith would move unless someone came to the twins' room to get them.
I'd be like,
We'll
we're getting
knock for
food. Do
her
you
on
want to
the way.
come?
Do you want me to bring food
Is
to
it-
you?
Is it cold downstairs?
No,
There's a fire.
Ugh, come on, buddy. And she'll like shuffle Fenrir up and off.
Cool. Nice one. So yeah, you shuffle off downstairs, where you are given a table and some menus if you'd like to order some food. Yeah, by the same innkeeper, halfling lady that checked you in.
What sort of food is it?
I don't really have any menus or anything like
Nice.
that, so it's whatever you want, really.
Wraith will
Do
have
they
some
have?
sort of... You go.
Oh, you go.
Some sort of salty, warm broth.
Oh,
I
that's
was gonna
good.
say, do they have soup? So
Yay! Yeah, I think they've probably got like a sort of root vegetable soup. And then yeah, maybe there's some sort of like miso based kind of maybe ramen type thing.
Oh, nice. Wraith will
Yeah.
have that.
Yeah, maybe with like yeah, mushrooms and yeah, some sort of root vegetables.
Distinct lack of meat on the menu, but it'll do.
I mean, they're druids.
That makes a lot of sense.
I'm sorry, Fenrir. No meat today.
Flops
So
down
at
to the ground.
least Fenrir is not the meat.
Raph puts his arm around Fenrir.
Is
Yes,
there like
I'm
a
sorry.
warm spiced wine or something?
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah.
I'll get around
Yeah.
to those for the table.
Nice.
I'd say yeah, your dinner comes to like 2 gold each, with sort of the food and the wine.
So Wrath and I have been talking, and we vote we go somewhere warm next.
don't we have to go and sell the painting in the roll core?
Is there not someone that could buy it who lives somewhere warm?
I don't want to have to go through everything that we had to go through to find this buyer again. You can do it.
True, Wraith. Think about money. Think about how much money that'll be.
It's about the money.
Like, that is thousands upon thousands.
And then, after you've got the money, then you got some good spending money for when you go somewhere warm.
These are all very valid points. And my brain is too chilly to come up with an equally valid argument. Wraith will just stare into the middle distance.
It'll be fine.
I mean, Luca maybe wants to go to Petrain, and that's warm.
Yeah, we can add Petrain to the list eventually. Speaking of, Toki and I had an idea, and I want to run it past you guys before I do it. No, it's okay. I need to send a letter to my uncle, cousin, Terenzio. I didn't memorize the family tree.
I've got it.
Thank you. Uncle, cousin, he's one of them. Anyway, because he's maybe with my brothers,
Great-great-uncle.
possibly. My great-great-uncle.
Sorry, wait. Uncle? Great-uncle. Your great-uncle.
Great-uncle. That I was going to say. Great-great-uncle sounds like too old.
No, your great-uncle.
Thank you. He's my great-uncle. I knew that. I know what's going on in my own family. I know these people. I needed to write to him because he's on the right side of this mafia business. I don't know if there's a right side to the mafia business, but he's on the less worse side of the mafia business, and perhaps my brothers are with him, but I don't know where he lives. And we know that they were going to Melaten, so I was just going to send a letter in the general direction for his attention and say that Toki had the good idea of just saying I've got the information on Luca Colti, and if you want it, write back to Alanil post office, because if it ends up with the wrong people, then they don't know that it's actually me, and if it ends up with the right people, then I'll have hopefully an address. But I don't want to do something questionable without everybody agreeing that I can do it.
So, sorry, how would he respond to you? Did I miss that bit?
I would say to send it back to the Alanil post office, because if I send it here, then
we will not be here.
If I send it away from here and say write it back to the Alanil post office, then we are moving to Alanil, and that we have a few days for a response, hopefully.
Makes sense.
And then I'm not saying
That makes
I'm
sense.
staying in this exact place. Please blow it up if you're the bad guys.
I mean, we already have so many people after us already.
That's true.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I do just think that the phrasing makes it sound like you have killed Luca.
Well,
but then they won't want to kill him.
But what if they like Luca?
Yeah,
then they'll be
if this
mad.
is your great uncle.
Then they'll be mad that he got killed, and they'll want to talk to us. It's a perfect plan.
We need to talk about what is a perfect plan, because the perfect plan was a squirrel yesterday.
Okay, come.
I stand by that.
Fenrir is here and he can hear you.
You are not talking bad about my
He
boy.
also did not think it was a perfect plan to be a squirrel, I'm sure.
Hey, solidarity.
I know my brothers. Okay, if it ends up in the wrong hands with the bad mafia, then they're gonna think, great, we'll go after the Luca Colti, and then we'll just have to get rid of those guys. We'll deal with that. But if it gets to the right people, my brothers are they'll do something. They will do something.
Luca's talked so much about murder tonight. Yeah. It's like, we'll just deal with it, we'll take him out.
We'll just deal with it. If we have to kill someone, we have to kill someone. They killed my parents. So at this point, I've got no qualms. Then none. I'm over it. I'm a changed man.
Nah.
I'm pro-murder as long as it's the right people.
Excellent. Wraith is on board with this.
Great. I just need you guys to be on board, because then if it does go south, I also need you guys to unanimously agree that we're going to kill some people, maybe.
I mean, I was prepared to do that. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the killing people. Sorry to put a spanner in the works.
Would you be happy to sit aside
Yeah, just
if we
sit
have
back.
to kill someone.
Just be an accessory to murder.
No, you
Yeah.
can go to a cafe. We do the murder. We don't talk about it when we return. You're none the wiser.
Toki,
I guess my issue is framing it as murder. You know,
you,
if they
True.
attack
Revenge
us and then
killing.
Yeah,
we
like,
have to
to
kill them in
defending
self-defense, that's one
ourselves.
thing. But
self-defense and
revenge
vengeance.
murder is a step
They
too far, I think.
Defense and vengeance.
self-defense and vengeance. If the wrong people come after me, then they're the people that burned my fucking house down and killed my parents. So I'm fine with it. I'll sleep fine afterwards.
Yeah, you might.
I guess
I'll have a couple of issues.
I do see your point. I just
It's the vengeance part. Just fix
it's
on the vengeance part,
It's
and I think
it's
we'll all
the
be fine.
murder part.
I just
Okay,
don't know how
the
much my
murder.
Ignore
family are gonna
murder.
like me
Vengeance.
It's
having
fine.
killed someone.
We have a murder sub squad of the party. 2 of you
Yeah.
can go for breakfast. We'll kill. Come back. It's fine.
Yeah, you guys don't even have to be there.
Yeah.
If I will go and collect the depost, and if there is someone with the depost that needs to die, I'll handle it. You don't have to be there.
I told you.
Are you just gonna kill
How
them
do you know
in
that
the
they need
post
to
No.
office?
die?
Just like
Because
in the
if I'm
post
saying
office.
right back to the post, like, you know what? This is very much a thing to figure out when we get there. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna be a letter. I don't know if it's gonna be a guy. I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. There's a lot of variables.
Surely it would be a letter, because a guy's not just going to stand in the post
Yeah, a
office for
guy's not gonna
however
just
many
turn up.
days until you come to collect your post.
Yeah. How
I
long
don't know,
did it
they're
take us to get to
shipping-
Alano? Like, are you expecting this letter to find them and
I
then to
don't
travel
know.
back in the same
I
amount of
don't
time?
know. They're traveling all over the world to burn down offices that my great uncle has shown interest in. So if
So what if they
if
burned
they
down the post office?
this is one of my many concerns. I'm trying not to have too many concerns because then nothing will ever get done.
I have
trying.
a suggestion.
Okay.
We're in
That
the
didn't go
middle
well at
of
Kochi.
a circle of druids, right, Toki?
Yeah.
And there's going to be powerful druids here.
Yeah?
Well,
I don't want to bring anyone to the circle.
No, I'm saying we could ask one of the druids to scry on one of your brothers. And if there's a single mid-level power cleric here, they can cast sending.
That's a very
But the
intelligent thought,
druids
brother.
would be able to scry.
So
I'm
we
not
can
capable.
scry, check that they are your brothers, and then send a message directly to them.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like you've killed yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you kind of did for a while.
Or that will bring potential murderers here.
Okay. See, I'm so glad that I talked to everyone because it could have still been bad. Toki, it's not that I don't like your idea. It's just that maybe it has to be a plan B now.
No, that's fine. No one likes my
Okay.
ideas. That's
No, I like your
okay.
idea. I was
That
down
was a
for your
great idea.
idea. But then
It was a great idea. I think the potential ramifications
yeah, it was your idea
in the
that had
way
the
that Luca
ramifications, Toki.
phrased
So
his
look,
message
okay, you know what?
was the
I'll
issue.
go away. I'm gonna go away. I'm gonna find some synonyms for murder so that you don't worry so much next time. I'm
Safe
going to
word.
murder
No,
someone.
you've already said it.
Sleep. Put them to sleep.
The intent is there.
They're visiting hell.
Yeah, indefinitely.
Yeah, by the river.
To his sister, he's like, if we ever go to hell, they're really gonna fucking struggle, man, but it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the spells is probably the safer bet, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Okay.
Postcard can be a backup.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you've bought this lovely postcard now,
I've
so I
got
kind
he's
of
gonna
think you
pull it
should
out of his
send
bag
it.
again and be like, "This is the postcard that I got." It says, "I wish you were
plan
here."
to sell us postcard? So literally anyone could see it. It's not even in an envelope.
I could have put it in an envelope.
You could have, but would you?
I
I
have
don't
envelopes
know.
you can borrow.
So not only whoever it's delivered to can see it, anyone on the way could have seen it.
Yeah.
But
Let's
it's
just hope
fine
Yeah,
because
I'm glad you talked to me before this. I really
Uh-huh.
am. I really am.
Okay. I've never
Look, I
sent a
hate to
postcard
to
before.
kick
I
you when
want
you're
you to
down,
know
but it
that.
does say "Wish you were here" and a cryptic message on the back of a postcard that says "Wish you were here" gives mixed messages about where they should go.
I thought the vibes were good. It will throw people off.
Never let them know your next move is very much the plan that we're going with. Okay, we're gonna. It's Plan B, and it
Okay.
needs some refining, so it's maybe Plan C.
Yeah, maybe Plan C.
It's yeah,
A bit lower down the list.
but
Couple
it's the
more letters.
plan. And Toki, I thank you for your wisdom.
So wise.
Here's
Clear wisdom on Toki's part. There's no faults in this
I'm
plan.
very wise. I don't know what any of you are talking about.
So wise.
Amazing. And as you are served your dinner, and you're like, planned. We'll leave it off there. For you to probably talk to some druids next week in the fucking penultimate session.